Thank you, Kylie. Well, we are following a developing story this mid-morning, a major development in the Robert Mueller investigation. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is expected to plead guilty to perjury this morning as part of the special counsel's Russia probe. Court documents show that Flynn is charged with willfully and knowingly making false statements to the FBI about the interaction with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak. Flynn is expected to appear in court for a plea hearing in about half an hour. You can stay with WCCO and CBS News as we continue to follow this developing story this morning. The Senate Ethics Committee has now started an investigation into Senator Al Franken's alleged misconduct. As many as 6 women have now made allegations against the Democratic senator. The latest claim is from U.S. Army veteran Stephanie Kemplin. She told CNN that just before this photo was taken in 2003, Franken, who is not a senator at the time, put his arm around her and groped her right breast. This is the second such claim stemming from USO tour. The other was 2006, where a fellow performer says that Franken forcibly kissed her and groped her during a comedy photo. Franken was back at work in Washington yesterday, but there is political future as far as that goes. There is uncertainty around it and a growing number of accusers. With that, it makes it hard to know what's next.
The problem for Al Franken today is a political one. He's hit the reset button, but the story won't reset. He's stuck in a loop in which accusations from women continue to come forward.
A Franken spokesperson issued a written statement. As Senator Franken made clear this week, he takes thousands of photos and has met tens of thousands of people, and he has never intentionally engaged in this kind of conduct. He remains fully committed to cooperating with the ethics investigation.
President Trump and Secretary of State Rex Tillerson are set to meet today. This comes amid reports that Tillerson will lose his job in the coming weeks. Neither the president or the White House is offering a definitive answer on whether the reports are true. Yesterday, President Trump and Tillerson gave no indication the meeting they would have anything to do with the reports as well. CBS News has confirmed the White House has drafted and is circulating a plan for Tillerson's exit. In the plan, he would be replaced by current CIA Director Mike Pompeo.
When the president loses confidence in someone, they will no longer serve in the capacity that they're in.
The news follows months of growing tension between Tillerson and the president, who have disagreed on subjects like North Korea. If this shuffling does happen, that would leave an opening for CIA director. CBS News says Republican Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas would likely be offered that position.
Senators are back on Capitol Hill this morning, ironing out the details on the GOP tax overhaul bill. As the center of the plan is a huge tax cut with the corporate tax rate that Republicans say will help U.S. workers. But Democrats are saying that they oppose this, saying it will harm the middle class. New analysis shows that the plan would add $1 trillion to the deficit over the next decade. Republicans can only afford to lose 2 votes to get this bill passed. A final vote could come as soon as today. Well,